Hey, good afternoon, good evening. I know it is August the 31st, not the 30th, which I should have done this yesterday, but I do apologize. This is Frances Hammond, your host of The Unexpected Detour, coming to you with another episode. If you heard the music in the background, no, I do not own the rights, but that was D-Train called Keep On. And I selected that song for a reason. Because this time, I want to talk about dreams. When you were young, growing up, your parents would always ask you this one question: what do you want to be when you grow up? And everything I wanted to be, they always had a rebuttal. One occupation I'm glad I did not do, and I didn't think I would have fit in, and that is because I don't like needles, was being a doctor. So that one washed out. Then I wanted to be a lawyer. That one washed out. And then it was during the Vietnam War. And I noticed the journalists that would always write, and they would travel the world. I figured that was perfect. So as an 11 and 12-year-old, I liked journalism. I loved to write stories, and I loved English. And then as I got older, I got into high school, and we listened to this radio station, WBLS, and I was intrigued by the one woman host, Vi Higginson, who was on there. She just had personality. I mean, she was awesome. So I decided when it was time for me to graduate, that was what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a radio host, and I wanted to be a journalist. But fast forward, I did get a scholarship, a partial scholarship, to University Tech. But me being me, I didn't want to accept it, and I didn't accept it because I was upset because I didn't get a full scholarship. How crazy was that? I mean, my mother was ready to pay for everything that wasn't met by the school, but me being so angry that I could not get that, I said later. So, as it was, Mom goes, you don't go to school, you have to get a job. And if you do go to school, it's on you. And that will be your little bag that you have to deal with. So, I decided to register for Manhattan Community College, because I had friends and everything that went there. Not a good idea all the time to go to college with your friends, because Manhattan Community College turned out to be nothing but partying all the time. I'm sure there were some people that were very serious in their work, but for me, it was just a matter of having fun, and that's what I did. I had fun. But the fun ran out when your mother tells you, can't keep doing it, you better go get a job. So one of my school friends, college friends, she got me a job where she worked. She worked at a bank. And it was from there I began my journey with banking. 43 years of one job. I never, ever got to my destiny of being this radio host or journalist. Time moved forward, I became a mom, and life just happened. And it wasn't until the age of 60, an unwelcome guest showed up at my door. An unwelcome guest that I never saw coming, which took me on an unexpected detour. And that guest showed up, and in a good way, that guest helped me to get back to doing what I wanted to do. Right. Because now I really had a story. I had something to write. I had to be a journalist of my own and journal every step of the way. My unwelcome guests had me journal and journal and journal about every little minute detail. And then I was like told, maybe you should write a book. No, I don't want to write a book. And the reason why I didn't want to write a book, because it's a journal. And I had to figure out a way just to get my story out there, because nobody seemed to be interested in what I had to say. And that's the honest to goodness truth. I tried at my church when they had Breast Cancer Month. Nobody wanted to hear it. I was longing inside. I had something to say. It was important. It was important that others know about breast cancer. When you think you know it all and you don't, and it becomes your unwelcome guest, you begin to learn a lot about breast cancer, the causes of it, everything. I'm not going to say everything, but things that are necessary that you could share with other women. And I never got that chance. So I had a friend, and she did a podcast. Hers wasn't about what I'm talking about. Hers is something different, which you'll hear from her next month. But she suggested, why don't you try it? She did it. She said it was easy. So I tried it. I didn't know how I would be received, because for me, I never thought I had a voice, that could reach other people. I guess because my voice, I was always told, it sounds so seductive and sexy. No, I'm not trying to sound that way. I'm really trying to sound like myself. So I didn't want to do it, but I tried it. And believe it or not, it was well received by some co-workers. And they encouraged me. They were like, keep going, you're doing good. We love it. But then I needed a way to put all those words somewhere so people could see it. So I began a blog. And in that blog, what was brought to my attention is that life is full of detours. It wasn't my journey for breast cancer that was just a detour. There were so many detours in your life to get to where you want to go. Even though roadblocks are there, eventually you get it. And that is what happened. That unwelcome guest gave me the opportunity. I might not be on a big name or anything, but it gave me the opportunity to get my story out, to be a broadcaster. And that was that, a broadcaster, and to write. So I guess I should say my unwelcome guest opened up the deferred dream that was hidden for so long and revived it again. So I am not happy about that, but I'm happy that I'm able to tell my stories and reach somebody of some kind of way. Just reach you and let you know that you're not alone at whatever you're going through in this life. Because in this life, there are so many roadblocks. You just have to keep on going, keep on pushing, and the doors will open up. And we don't know how they're going to open. We don't know what God is going to put in the way to open the door. But that one thing that you long for, that you may have thought was on the back burner, will come to life, be revised, and you will be blessed. And with that being said, I will get back with you next month, because next month is a different topic we're going to talk about, and that will be alopecia. So I'll have on a few guests, and we'll talk about their journey with that. Stay tuned. Have a good day. Be blessed.